Hello, girls. Welcome back to the subject of productions and operations management. We have been learning unit number 2, that is facility location, and we are in the part 7. In the previous 6 parts, we have learned why facility location is such a important kind of decision for any entrepreneur. Once he decides that what he wants to produce as to what type of goods or maybe services that he wants to produce, the immediate next question that he needs to find out or he needs to sort it out is where to produce. That is the question that is related to the decision of facility location. We have seen different aspects of facility location in the previous 6 parts, in which we have talked about what is facility location, what is the importance of facility location, what is the need of the facility location, generally what type of errors are committed, or what would be the result of selecting a wrong area or wrong location. Even we have studied the 4-staged selection process, in which we have already studied whether stage number 1, that is the selection of domestic area, or it may be international. If it is international location, what type of consideration should be there, and if it is a domestic type of selection, then what should be the consideration, these are the topics we have seen earlier. We have also talked about what type of region. After selecting the domestic area, that means one's own country, then he needs to focus on a particular region. When he is focusing on region, that means the side should be selected, right? I gave you the example of in a country like India, if an entrepreneur selects to stay and locate his production unit somewhere in India, then he needs to see whether to go to the east side, west side, north or south. That is selecting the region. Once he selects the region, then the portion comes, or then the third stage comes up, that is selecting a community or a particular locality. When we are talking about this, there are 3 options available. We have already checked out with various factors which we need to consider, and 3 options are available when he comes to the locality or community. That means he can select the urban area, that which we call it generally the city area, then comes up the suburban area, and then it may be the rural area. That means out of these 3, what is best for him should be selected. But before taking up the selection decision, it is important to understand these 3 particular areas or maybe the localities with proper depth, and that is why we have already mentioned the urban area, I suppose, in the previous lecture. We have checked what is the urban area, what are the characteristics of urban area, and how it is advantageous, and what are the disadvantages that he may have to face. This we have checked out in the previous lectures. In the further slides to come, we are going to learn more about suburban areas and rural areas. So gradually we are completing the 3 stages. By today's lecture, we will be completing the 3 stages of selection. Number 1 is selecting the selecting a particular kind of domestic area or international area. From there we move on to a particular region. Then from the region we move on to a specific location, or we move on to specific locality or community. In this 3rd stage, we are learning 3 different types of basic areas that he has got an option for. That is urban area, suburban area, or it may be the rural area, right? Where urban is one extent or one end of the a line, and the rural area is the other end. In between comes up the suburban area, and this last 2 areas, that means suburban and the rural area, will study with its set of advantages as well as disadvantages in this particular session. So here I have already jotted down the important points that we are going to take up in the unit. Already we have seen 5 to 6 points in detail, and then more to come. Here we'll just sum it up and let us see how we move on. In the previous lecture, we have studied process or steps that are involved in selection of proper site for the unit. We have already seen that the decision related to site selection cannot be taken haphazardly. In fact, the entrepreneur needs to undergo a logical process so as to arrive at the correct decision. For this, there are 4 stages, which are deciding on domestic or international location, the factors to be considered as I just told you a couple of minutes back. Then comes up is selection of region. Again, there are various factors influencing such selection. Third one comes up is selection of community or of locality. Here again the factors are there which should be considered before selecting. Here the site that we have jotted, that means rural, suburban and city. It can be city, suburban and rural, and what we have started discussing is city area, that we have already discussed, right? Then comes up the suburban area and then the rural area. Fourth one is selection of the exact site and the factors influencing it. We have already discussed the few factors when an entrepreneur wants to select foreign country as his location, and they are available in the next slide, right? We have seen them quite in detail. Both the first 2 parts we have seen it, first 2 stages rather we have seen it, and we are discussing the third stage, that is selection of community or locality, in which we have already studied the urban areas and have discussed about the advantages and disadvantages of the same. Now we shall discuss further. As we are moving ahead, it is the suburban site that we are seeing, and often you have heard this term named suburban. What is suburban? Suburban is a term which tells you that neither that particular area is completely the city area, nor it is completely say the rural area, right? And this is a combination or is a portion which is having the advantages of both the places, that means the city area as well as the rural area, and that is why it is better known as suburban area. Let us see it in detail. Suburban sites offer a compromise between the site and the villages and have an advantage of both. It means that the city area has the allocation of industrial unit has got many negative aspects at one extreme, and the other extreme is rural areas. This rural area is also not free from its own set of limitations. So, suburban area is the area located at the outskirt of the city area, and it begs the advantages of rural area with those of the city area, which is located at short distance. Thus, it becomes a better option to be chosen for an industrial unit, right? And the following are the advantages of the same. I repeat, what is important when you want to get the advantage of city area also, but city area, when you want to get the advantage, when you want to shift your unit to city area, it may be an expensive affair. It may be, we have seen those limitations in the previous slides, or maybe in the previous lecture, wherein we have discussed the set of disadvantages or the cons of selecting a site in city area. If you cannot afford the city area, what we generally proceed to is we proceed to the rural area. But rural area also has got its set of its disadvantages. So it's better that we select such a site wherein the industrialization is also possible. You get the advantage of city area and you get the advantages of rural area, and such an area is known as suburban area. Generally, this suburban area is located outside the city area, which we call it outskirt of city area, and it begs the advantages of the rural, as I told you, and also the city area. Thus, this is known as suburban area. I repeat, suburban area is such a locality which has the advantage, જેને બંનેના એડવાન્ટેજીસ મળે છે. કેવો એરિયા છે તો કે આઉટસ્કર્ટ્સ ઓફ સિટી, સિટીની બહારની સાઈડ છે એટલે ન તો પૂરો રૂરલ છે, ન તો એ સિટીની ઇનસાઇડ છે. દેટ મીન્સ નોટ ઇનસાઇડ ધ સિટી એકચ્યુઅલી, મ્યુનિસિપલ કોર્પોરેશનમાં નથી આવતો, એટલે અમુક વસ્તુઓ એને સિટીની લાગુ નથી પડતી, પણ છતાં એડવાન્ટેજીસ સિટીના મળી શકે છે. એન્ડ ધીસ એરિયા ઇઝ નોન એઝ સબર્બન એરિયા. વી આર ગોઈંગ ટુ સી ધ એડવાન્ટેજીસ એઝ વેલ એઝ ધ ડિસએડવાન્ટેજીસ ફોર ધ સેમ. Let us start with the advantages of suburban area. One by one, we are going to see it as it has been, as you can see it on the slide rather. Number one, there is easy and cheap availability of land in suburban area that can be used for future expansion also. See, when you want to take you want to buy a site somewhere or maybe a piece of land in city area, it may be a very expensive affair, right? It is expensive. If you want to go to rural area, it may not be expensive, but you may not get all the facilities at a time. That is why what is the best advantage of suburban area, that as compared to the city area, the land is cheap, and so if you want the big piece of land, you can get it for the say further or future expansion of the unit also. So that's the first one. Number two, the horizontal setup of factory building is possible due to availability of land, which is favorable for future development also. The horizontal set of factory means because the land is available in plenty, plenty in the sense better than what we get it somewhere in the city area. We have enough land available in the suburban areas, and so what happens is we can buy the big piece of land at a time, and we can have the horizontal concept of the factory. That means we can have the factory located on the land vast. So what happens because of that we get the advantage of getting, say, a half part is used right now, and maybe the half part of the land may be used for the future development. So that advantage, which is very important for big industries or the industries that are developing and planning to develop somewhere in future, for them it may be a boon. As it is near to the city as well as village, both the skilled and unskilled labor is available. Very, very crucial advantage, because it is near to the city. That means outskirt of the city. So what happens is you can get the skilled labor easily from the city. From the city area, the skilled labor can come up for the job, can come up for the industry, can come up for your work. You can hire them easily. They are the skilled labor, right? And as far as unskilled is concerned, you get it, generally unskilled labor is available more in rural area. Because rural area is also not far off from the suburban area, we can get the advantage of the same, right? Basic infrastructural facilities are available, like say road, water supply, drainage, banking, insurance, warehousing is also easily available. So it may be developed by municipal corporation or at times by the industrial association themselves also. What happens is maybe municipal corporation is expanding the city area to the suburban area. They may be providing all these facilities which are called basic in nature and which is a must for any unit or factory. It may be available at the same time. If not so, then the industrial zones are developed, or maybe the industrial association is there working for the suburban area or the development of the suburban area. They may provide such a kind of advantage, and that may be very, very crucial for any unit to start with. Here the fifth one comes up is, due to the nearness to the city area, educational institutions, medical facilities and recreational facilities are also easily accessible. That means because the suburban areas, I have been telling you from the beginning, is not that far from the city area. What happens is we get the advantage of educational institutions, maybe enough medical facilities are available, recreational facilities are easily available. So what happens is we can get all these very easily, and once we get these things easily, the labor would migrate here or would not be hesitant to come here, so that they are getting all the basic facilities which they require, right? So this may be again the advantage. Next, sixth one comes up is industrial training institutes. management development programs, research institutes, which are the requirement of the factories or maybe the unit, etc., are also available for the employees in the nearby city. Maybe suburban city માં આ બધી institutes કદાચ ન પણ હોય, that means industrial training ન હોય, management development programs ન હોય, research institutes ન હોય, but they are very much accessible or very much available in the nearby city. So what happens because of that, employees can easily get these trainings in this particular centers. Seventh one comes is the nearby city area provides a substantial market for the product to the unit, and again this helps to reduce the marketing cost. Naturally, because the area is near to the city area and the market is also available in the city area, what happens is you can easily focus, or you can have easily the market available at the nearby places. The transportation cost decreases, again the marketing cost decreases, and we can have enough market available. Other ancillary and finished products can also be made available easily. That means whatever ancillary are all those aided things that we need, or maybe the spare parts, we may need spare parts, we may need other kind of services, or maybe other kind of tools which are not being produced by our own unit, we have to outsource it. But these outsourced units are quite easily available from the nearby city area. So to make the finished products, whatever we require, we can get it easily in the suburb areas. And these are the set of all the 7 advantages which tells us that why suburban area is better than city area or maybe the rural area, right? We move on to the limitation. Now the only limitation, as you can see, or the only disadvantage of suburban area is that over a period of time, means after the passage of time passes, it may change itself into an urban area along with all its set of merits and demerits. Naturally, we have seen that the suburban area does not remain suburban for a long period of time. It almost turns into a city area. You must be aware that a city of Mumbai is almost the cluster of different suburbs, right? These suburbs are such, when it started or when it initiated, these were small towns, and then or maybe small outskirt areas. Then what happened is, over a period of time, it has got all the facilities, it has got all its merits of being as good as city, and it has turned up these areas into almost as good as a good city area. And that is how the disadvantages maybe for the industrial sector is this, that over a period of time this suburban area will turn up into city area. Now if it turns up into city area, શું થાય કે એના જેટલા પણ મેરિટ્સ છે એ આપણે એન્જોય કરી શકીએ, but at the same time એના જે demerits છે, that means the city goes costly, the labor goes costly, right? It may be congested, it may be for the employees it may be difficult for them to be in that particular congested area. That becomes a little dangerous, or whatever set of the disadvantages that we have seen of the urban area is applicable to this suburban areas also in a over a period of time. So these are the limitations that we have checked out of a particular suburban area, right? We move on to the next part, that is known as the rural area. As you all know, I have been telling that when we select a particular kind of locality or community, the entrepreneur have got 3 options with him. Either he can go to one extreme, that is known as city area, or we call it urban area. Then what happens is, he enjoys his set of advantages, disadvantages. Then he don't want to select this area, he moves to the other extreme, complete extreme, that is known as rural area. Once he selects the rural area, that means it is the village area, and he gets his own set of advantages, disadvantages. And in between, what he can select is the urban area, which is the area that we have studied just right here before. Now what we are going to take up is rural area. Rural term is not new to you, it is more or less the village area, right? So rural area is basically the village area. In certain situations, a rural village area is also preferred as a site for the industrial unit. The facilities available in the rural areas may not be as many as urban areas, but is quite suitable for few industries. Thus, let us try to study the advantages and limitations of rural areas. That means in for certain situations or for certain industry, instead of going to the urban area, rural area is very much preferable. The facilities available in the rural area may not be that as many as we have it in the urban areas. It may not match those facilities available in the urban areas, but the demand of a particular industry is, say you want a large piece of land, right? You all want the unskilled labor, you want the agricultural product, say your raw material comes up basically from the agricultural product which you get it in a very short distance or which is easily available. આવા બધા જ્યારે તમારે એડવાન્ટેજીસ જોતા હોય ત્યારે રૂરલ એરિયા may be preferred to be the best. So for some set of few industries it may be the boon, or it may be very convenient for them to move on to the rural side. Here again we will be studying the set of advantages as well as the disadvantages of rural areas. Let us see the advantages. As I told you, rural area is one. It is a kind of the center or maybe the sector or the area in which it is more or less like a village. Let us see number one. In rural areas, the land is cheaply available as compared to that of the city areas. Naturally, rural area is such a kind of area in which the land is cheaply available. It is reasonable enough as compared to city area. If you have your own budget and if you try to buy a piece of land in the city area, it may be a difficult task. It may be almost impossible task, but yes, the same piece of land may be available in the rural area which we can go for or which we can buy, and this is known as the number one advantage, wherein we get the land very cheap, or we can, as compared to the city area, it is cheap. Next, again, the horizontal arrangement of the factory plant is also possible due to land availability. Large plots of land can be developed for a factory site, residential facilities, etc. See, what happens is, I told you before also, that few industry which may require a huge land or huge piece, a large piece of land, and they may want to have the arrangement done on the horizontal basis. Horizontal basis in the sense, તમારે extensive land નો ઉપયોગ કરવો છે. You don't want to go multi-storied. You want to use the land on the horizontal basis. આવું arrangement તમારે જ્યારે જોતું હોય, તમારે ફેક્ટરી સાઇટ છે એને ખૂબ લાર્જ એરિયામાં એકર્સમાં ડેવલપ કરવી હોય, અને તમારે રેસિડેન્શિયલ ફેસિલિટીઝ પણ આપવી હોય, રિક્રિએશનલ ફેસિલિટીઝ પણ આપવી હોય, as good as a township if you want to develop, then at that time the rural area may be the best. Next, due to lower standard of living, the labor is cheap, thus labor cost can be reduced substantially. Naturally, આપણે આખું સેટઅપને ક્યાં લઈ જાય છે? તો વિલેજ એરિયામાં. વિલેજ એરિયા ઇઝ રૂરલ એરિયા, તો ત્યાં સ્ટાન્ડર્ડ ઓફ લિવિંગ ઇઝ લો એઝ કમ્પેર્ડ ટુ સબર્બન ઓર ધી urban areas. So due to that, what happens is, you get labor easy also and you get it at low cost also. That means તમારું જે cost of overall cost of labor છે એ cheap આવે છે. Especially I told you કે જે unskilled labor છે એનું તમારે એ વધારે જ્યારે જોતા હોય ત્યારે you can always set up a factory somewhere in rural areas, right? So that helps to reduce our labor cost. Next comes up is, again, labor found is more or less stable, so there are less chances of labor turnover. This is also very important. When we select a site somewhere in rural area, then what happens is, as I told you, we get labor in ample in the sense, આપણને ઘણા બધી ક્વોન્ટિટીમાં ઘણા બધા માણસો એવા મળી રહે જેને આપણે લો કોસ્ટ ઓફ હાયરિંગ હોય અને આપણે એને ઇઝીલી લઈ આવી શકીએ. મોર ઓર લેસ યુ કેન ટ્રીટ ધેમ, યુ કેન ટ્રેન ધેમ ફોર યોર જોબ, and there are less chances of labor turnover. Why? Because there are few factories located in the village area. તમારી એક જ યુનિટ ત્યાં કામ કરતી હોય, તમે લેબરને હાયર કરો છો, તમે એને ટ્રેન કરો છો, right? And that trained labor would be there for years together. They will not shift from one unit to the another. આ મોટામાં મોટું ડિસએડવાન્ટેજ અર્બન સિટીઝ અથવા અર્બન અથવા સિટી એરિયાનું છે, wherein the labor which you hire or maybe the HR that you hire, it ultimately તરત જ ચેન્જ થઈ જાય છે. They may shift to the other say profession or maybe other industries very easily. What happens because of that? Then we may have to face the problem of labor turnover. Again, what you have to do is you have to hire them back, or you have to hire the new set of people, you have to train them, and again if they get a good chance they will shift. પણ આ મોટું ડિસએડવાન્ટેજ આપણને અહીંયા નથી લાગુ પડતું. આ રૂરલ એરિયાનું એડવાન્ટેજ છે, જેની અંદર આપણે લેબર ટર્નઓવર છે દેટ કમ્સ અપ લેસ. દેટ મીન્સ લેબર ટર્નઓવર મીન્સ લેબર શિફ્ટિંગ ફ્રોમ વન જોબ ટુ ધી અનધર, એ અહીંયા ઓલમોસ્ટ લેસ અથવા તો નીલ જોવા મળે છે, રાઈટ. Next comes up is the local taxes existing in the city areas are not found in the rural areas. કારણ કે રૂરલ એરિયાઝ એટલું બધું ડેવલપ નથી, ઇટ્સ નોટ ડેવલપ ટુ દેટ એક્સટેન્ટ. સો વોટ હેપન્સ બિકોઝ ઓફ દેટ? તો તમે જે મ્યુનિસિપલ કોર્પોરેશનના જુદા જુદા ટાઈપના ટેક્સીસ છે, those taxes are not levied here in the city, in the rural area, which was already available in the city area. City area માં હાઉસ ટેક્સ લાગે, વોટર સપ્લાય ટેક્સ લાગે છે, ઇલેક્ટ્રિસિટી ટેક્સીસ એવા લાગતા હોય, ઓર મે બી યુનિટ ચાર્જીસ એવા હોય જે આપણે અહીંયા રૂરલ એરિયામાં કમ્પેરેટિવલી ઓછા હોય છે, અથવા તો એવા ટેક્સીસ એક્ઝિસ્ટ જ નથી કરતા હોતા. So that's the again the biggest advantage. So if when you what happens, why are we learning all these advantages, sorry, when it comes to advantages, when you sum up all these advantages, when you just see and try to evaluate કે આ બધા વસ્તુ તમે જ્યારે આ બધા લેબર કોસ્ટ તમારી ઓછી આવે, લેન્ડ કોસ્ટ ઓછી આવે, તમને જે ઓવરઓલ ઓવરહેડ્સ છે એ તમને ઓછા પડતા હોય, તો વોટ હેપન્સ ઇઝ તમારું જે કોસ્ટ ઓફ પ્રોડક્શન છે એ અફેક્ટ થવાનું છે. અને એ કેવી રીતે અફેક્ટ થશે? તો કે એ તમારી કોસ્ટ ઓફ પ્રોડક્શન ઘટાડી દેશે, ઓવરઓલ કોસ્ટ ઓફ પ્રોડક્શન ઘટાડી દે. દેટ મીન્સ ધ લો કોસ્ટ ઓફ પ્રોડક્શન, when it comes to you have more margin of profit to be earned, and that is the biggest advantage that anyone can have it. And so when you are not levied with so many taxes, which often happens in the city area, તમારે અહીંયા રૂરલમાં એટલું ભરવાનું નથી થતું, એટલે તમારું જે ઓવરઓલ પ્રોડક્શન કોસ્ટ છે એને આપણે રિડ્યુસ કરી શકીએ છીએ. So that's the good advantage that we get when we shift to rural area. Next, the sixth one comes up is the rural environment is favorable for good health of employees, away from the slums and dirty congested residencies. Naturally, we all know that a village area is away from the pollution, is away from so many say dirts and slums that we often get it in the big cities. Those things are not there, so the health of the employees may be improved, or they may find it very convenient to stay in such a kind of rural area. Health wise, the employees may prefer to stay in the rural areas and get all the employment, right? Because it is away from the slums, it is away from the congested areas, it is good to live. તો માણસો એવું વિચારે કે we'll have more years of living if we try to shift somewhere here. If we get earning in the rural area, then health wise it may be very advantageous. Next comes up is restriction of municipal corporation is not there in the rural areas. I just told you કે અમુક ટેક્સીસ પણ જેમ નથી હોતા, એ મ્યુનિસિપલ કોર્પોરેશનના અમુક નિયમો પણ નથી લાગુ પડતા હોતા, રેસ્ટ્રિક્શન્સ પણ નથી હોતા. જેમ કે સે ઇન ધ સિટી એરિયા યુ મે હેવ ધ રેસ્ટ્રિક્શન ઓફ યુઝિંગ અ પર્ટિક્યુલર લેન્ડ ઓનલી, યુઝિંગ ધ પર્ટિક્યુલર લેન્ડ ઓર મેકિંગ ધ ફ્લોર્સ ઓન ઇટ. દેટ મીન્સ તમને અમુક જ ફ્લોર્સ બનાવવાની પરમિશન મળે, તમે અમુક જ એક્સટેન્ટ સુધી તમે એને લઈ જઈ શકો. મ્યુનિસિપલ કોર્પોરેશન્સના અથવા તો તમારે કાર્બન તમે જે અથવા તો પોલ્યુશન તમે જે રિલીઝ કરો છો એના પર રેસ્ટ્રિક્શન્સ હોય, એવા ઘણા બધા રેસ્ટ્રિક્શન્સ, એવા ઘણા બધા લિમિટેશન્સ આર અવેલેબલ ઇન ધ સિટી એરિયા, which is hardly there in the rural area. So almost we can say that the rural area is free from the restrictions of the municipal corporation, and which is again a very good thing for the new development of the industries. Next, there is no problem of overcrowding or congestion ડ્યુ ટુ અવેલેબિલિટી ઓફ લેન્ડ. તમારે ક્યાંય ઓવર ક્રાઉડિંગ નથી કરવાનું. એક જ એકરમાં કે એક નાનકડા એવા બ્લોકમાં યુ આર હેવિંગ એવરીથિંગ ટુગેધર ફોર ધ ફેક્ટરી. એ વસ્તુ તમે અહીંયા ન કરો. ઇન્સ્ટેડ વોટ વી કેન હેવ ઇટ ઇઝ we can have the extensive area that can be used as far as the factories are concerned. We can use the extended length for a long period of time, plus ત્યાં overcrowding કે congestion થવાના કોઈ ચાન્સીસ નથી રહેતા because the land is available in plenty. તમે એ એકર્સમાં તમારી જમીન લઈ અને તમે આખો એનો એક્સટેન્સિવ યુઝ કરી શકો છો, which is very very good for any industry. Again, ninth point tells us that even at the time of war, there is no danger of bombardment, whereas during such critical times, the city areas becomes the target of air attack. You must have heard or you must have read somewhere that during the war period it is always that major cities are targeted, or maybe the metropolitan city, cosmopolitan city, or the cities with the major industries, they are always targeted, so that you can just keep on bombarding there and it may destroy the industries in this particular city area. પણ તમે જ્યારે આવી ઇન્ડસ્ટ્રીઝ સિટી તરફ નહીં પણ you are taking towards the rural area, what happens is તમે જે વોર ટાઈમમાં બોમ્બાર્ડમેન્ટનું ડેન્જર છે એ ઓછું કરી શકાય છે. અગેન તમે ક્રિટિકલ ટાઈમ્સમાં સિટી એરિયા કરતાં વિલેજ એરિયા ઇઝ મોર સેફ. Again, it is free from the air attack, right? They are not targeted areas, and that is why these are the set of advantages that we get in the rural areas. See, generally it has been observed that the huge industries or maybe heavy industries, we can always take it to the you need huge investment, you need extensive land and all those things when you require, all those facilities when you require, we always try to go to the rural area. Why? Because these many types of advantages are easily available, which can be grabbed by the entrepreneur very easily. As we have the advantages, definitely we have the set of disadvantages of rural areas, and they are as under, right? Number one, means of communication is not available in the rural area. We all know this, that this is the major difference between the city area and the rural area. That is, the means of communication may be very poor in the rural area, which we get it easily in the city area. So communication may be the main hindrance which we need to consider, and this is the major limitation of rural area. Next is transportation and distribution facilities are also not available in enough and in good condition. That means the transportation that you require, transportation as I have been telling in the earlier lecture also, for an entrepreneur, for a factory, transportation બે સ્પોટ ઉપર જરૂરી છે. એક, જ્યારે તમારે રો મટીરિયલ્સને એની જગ્યાએથી ઓરિજિનલ પ્લેસથી તમારે પ્લેસ ઓફ પ્રોડક્શન સુધી લાવવાનું છે, અથવા તો તમારે ફિનિશ્ડ ગુડ્સને પ્લેસ ઓફ પ્રોડક્શનથી માર્કેટ સુધી લઈ જવાનું છે. બોથ ધીસ ટાઈમ્સ, દેટ મીન્સ ધ ટ્રાન્સપોર્ટેશન એન્ડ ડિસ્ટ્રીબ્યુશન ફેસિલિટી હેઝ ટુ બી વેરી સાઉન્ડ. તમારી આ બે ફેસિલિટીઝ જો સાઉન્ડ ન હોય તો અલ્ટિમેટલી તમારું કોસ્ટ ઓફ જે ડિસ્ટ્રીબ્યુશન છે અથવા તો કોસ્ટ ઓફ તમારું જે પ્રોડક્શન છે એ વધી જવાનું છે, એન્ડ ઇટ મે નોટ બી કન્વિનિયન્ટ. સો ટુ ગેટ ધ ટ્રાન્સપોર્ટેશન એન્ડ ડિસ્ટ્રીબ્યુશન ફેસિલિટીઝ ઇન ઇનફ ક્વોન્ટિટી એઝ વેલ એઝ ઇન ગુડ કન્ડિશન ઇઝ અ big determinant, and it's a big factor that you require. And when it comes to rural areas, this may not be available, right? We move on to the third one. Banking and credit facilities are also not available at times. City area, when we talk about, we get all these facilities quite easily. That is, getting the banking facilities or maybe the credit facilities is easy as compared to the rural area. In the city area, we get all these facilities. If not one, then the other one is there, and the options are available for the financial institutes, for the banks, and we get it very easily. Whereas in the rural area, what happens is you don't get the easy availability of the credits that easy or that fast. So what happens is, many a times the factory or maybe the entrepreneur depends on the money lenders, right, who charge very high rate of interest. So again, આપણે અલ્ટિમેટલી શું કરવાના છે, તો આપણે આપણી કોસ્ટ ઓફ પ્રોડક્શન વધારીએ છીએ. સો ધીસ મે નોટ ઓલવેઝ બી અ ગુડ ઓપ્શન. સો અગેન વોટ વી નીડ ટુ ડુ ઇઝ, then we may have to shift or we may have to consider this point કે ક્રેડિટ ફેસિલિટી ભાઈ આપણને પૂરતા પ્રમાણમાં નહીં મળે તો આપણે ક્યાંક બીજી લોકેશન શોધવી પડશે. સો ધીસ ઇઝ a kind of disadvantage of the rural area. Next comes up is said to be the fourth one, that is there is absence of insurance facilities. Yes, insurance now, though the point may not be sounding that sound, that good, that is there may the services now in this particular scenario of the world, that means the communication is so fast, on a click you can have everything. In this scenario, talking that the insurance facilities may not be easily available is correct or not a valid point. But even though, as compared to the city area, whatever the city area may be getting, or urban area, whatever the facilities we may be getting, yes, that those facilities and those quick facilities related to insurance may not be available. But all of the people, or maybe the factory may not be having this, is not considered a valid point. But anyways, we can call it there may be the absence of insurance facilities when it comes to rural area. Next comes up is storing and warehouses facilities are also not enough and equipped. That means storing facilities, see, few items or few things may be such for which the raw materials may require a typical kind of storage, or which may require typical type of storing, or say cold storages are required. Even the finished products at times require the storing facilities with kind of cold storages, or maybe some kind of specification. તો આવી ટેકનિકલ તમને જ્યારે વસ્તુની જરૂરિયાત હોય અથવા ફેસિલિટીઝની જરૂરિયાત હોય તો એ કદાચ રૂરલ એરિયામાં ન પણ અવેલેબલ થાય, તો દેન એટ દેટ ટાઈમ તમારું યુનિટ જો ટોટલી એવી વસ્તુ પર ડિપેન્ડ કરતું હોય તો ઇટ બીકમ્સ ડિફિકલ્ટ ફોર યુ ટુ હેવ યોર setup at such a place wherein the storage facilities or warehousing facilities are not enough, right? So it is said that storing and warehouses facilities are not also enough and not also equipped with all the types of facilities that we may require. And this is why the rural areas, when you shift to rural areas, we have to consider all these particular things in detail. Next, sixth one is rural areas lack industrial training institutes and management development programs. We have just seen that suburban area or city area have enough kind of training institute and management development programs, whereas the rural areas may not have it. તો આ જ્યાં તમારી યુનિટ એવી છે કે જે હાઈલી ડિપેન્ડન્ટ છે આવી બધી ફેસિલિટીઝ દેવા માટે, અથવા તો આ બધી ટ્રેનિંગ સેન્ટર્સને અપ્રોચ કરવું પડે, અથવા આ ટ્રેનિંગ સેન્ટરમાંથી તમારે ક્યાંક તમારા એમ્પ્લોઈઝ લેવાના છે અથવા તમારા એમ્પ્લોઈઝને ટ્રેનિંગ આપવાની છે, તો દેટ મે નોટ બી very much suitable at that point of time then, right? So wherein you need quite a good industrial training, then it may not be available in the rural area. Number 7, passenger transport facilities are not enough, so it becomes very difficult for the employees to travel from distant residential locations. Many times the passenger facilities or passenger transport facilities are not available in enough quantity. So what happens is કે તમારે એમ્પ્લોઈઝને તમારે બહારથી લઈ આવવા છે, they are not ready to travel to the distant area or maybe to the rural areas. Why? Because easy and fast type of transportation facilities for passenger is not available. Next comes up is basic municipal facilities. I just told you okay, we don't or municipal taxes or the government do not levy so many taxes in the rural area. That may be advantage also, but on the other side it proves to be a disadvantage. Why? Because it lacks all the basic facilities. Then what are the basic facilities? Maybe municipal corporation may not be providing with enough water supply, there may be lack of drainage facilities, waste disposal facilities are not available. તો આવું બધું જ્યારે હોય ત્યારે એ બધું જનરલી રૂરલ એરિયાઝમાં જોવા મળતું હોય છે, and you have to face these challenges when it comes to establishing the unit at such a place, right? Ninth one comes up is there is difficulty in getting the skilled labor. I just told you that getting unskilled labor may not be a big issue in the rural areas, but getting the skilled labor in the rural area, if your unit is such wherein you need the educated mass, you need the labor who are quite skilled, who are quite trained, then at that time those type of mass or those type of labor may not be easily available. સો સ્કિલ્ડ લેબર જ્યારે તમારા યુનિટને જોતા હોય તો રૂરલ એરિયામાં સ્કિલ્ડ લેબર ઇઝીલી મળવું એ દેટ્સ નોટ the point. You cannot get it, you cannot get the skilled labor in the rural areas, and there may be a great difficulty. What you have to do is, then at that time you'll have to hire it from the far off places, or maybe from the city area. When you want to hire it from the city area, what happens is it becomes an expensive affair, right? So this is what is said to be the 9 different disadvantages, or what we call it, the challenges, or maybe the limitations of rural area. So here we are going to again check few more, and then we move on to the next topic in the next lecture. At times, being away from the marketplace or city area, the cost of distribution increases. We have already discussed transportation cost and distribution cost વધી જતી હોય છે. પછી there is absence of enough recreational, educational and medical facilities. Naturally તમારી પાસે enough facilities available નથી, recreational facilities available નથી, educational નથી, medical facilities available નથી, જે કદાચ એમ્પ્લોઈઝને બહુ નોર્મલ કેસમાં દેવી પડે, આપવી પડે, અથવા તો એમને જોતી હોય તો those basic things are not available in the rural area, or altogether you will have to start from scraps. So that may be again a kind of expensive affair. And 12th one is, unlike city areas, the advantage of ancillary and service units is also not available. તમારે સ્પેર પાર્ટ્સ છે, એડેડ સર્વિસીસ છે, તમારી ડિપેન્ડન્સી જો એન્સિલરી યુનિટ ઉપર વધારે હોય અને એ જનરલી તમને બધું જ ત્યાં રૂરલ એરિયામાંથી અવેલેબલ ન થાય, then what happens is you have to depend on city area. While if you establish in city area and if you are highly dependent on this type of units, the city area is a better option than rural area. Why? Because ancillary services are not very easily available in the village area. So these are the set of all the 12 disadvantages, or maybe the challenges or limitations which we must take care of. Here we are ending up with the part 7, wherein we have discussed the suburban area, its set of limitations and disadvantages, that is advantages and disadvantages, and also we have seen the rural area, right? When we meet next in the next session, we'll be talking about the difference, and then we take up with the 4th important stage of selection of the process of selection of the perfect unit. So here we end up with this, saying goodbye. We'll meet soon next in the next session. By that time, you take care of yourselves, and goodbye from my end. Bye. Take care.